fifth game of the season was this, and I started the season really, really well. I'd scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals. I think, yeah, the promise of a rebuild side, promise of money to put into that side. You know, that will attract anybody. But as we say, we've seen many managers move on from this club because of lack of investment. But he must have had the nod.
The last couple of seasons, not a wonderful, skillful players in behind him. So for Milan,
Guarin encouraging him to play the ball forward. Bounce high, difficult for Jovetić to control.
Bit of nerves early on there from the Inter defence, and Luis Adriano.
Here's Onda. Now, Inter on this counter-attack. Jovetić. He's got Icardi on the left-hand side, waiting for a rival on the right from Guarin. The rival does want to leave. Santon, quick ball in for the Felipe Melo.
Got to say, Mancini's the feeling is a support striker. So, but he's allowed that freedom to drop back and play where he.
Luis Adriano with a risky back heel, didn't come off. Let fly from the edge of the box, Stevan Jovetić.
That's what we're talking about, that freedom there to drop away from the penalty. Adriano coming back, losing possession in a dangerous position, and Inter closing up that, winning the ball high up the pitch, and Jovetić fired. We know that Mancini was looking for a player that reminded him of himself in the playing days. Melo back in Italian football, as I was saying before, his spell at Juventus, another player that Mancini coached at Galatasaray, brought in very well and moulding.
By Icardi, corner by Zapata. Felipe Melo intercepts from Onda. Led away by Abate. And then Kutska. Jovetić. And Felipe Melo takes over.
Zapata and Romagnoli getting caught out of position. They were swapping positions there when the ball was played into the box and was left to Abate to clear twice.
The experience of Ignazio Abate. It's well played.
So we get a shot there of the players.
Jaic on the bench. There's Medel with an overhit pass back to Jovetić.
Remaining in the middle.
Here's Jovetić dropping deep again. Broke off Jovetić.
He's caught out of position again.
At it. Juan Jesus was arriving late on the overlap down the left-hand side. To the edge of the box, corner by
leaving that space. Kondogbia also hasn't got into the game at all. He's been a bystander, really.
Felipe Melo. Milan have tracked everybody back apart from the 2 strikers. Abate.
Excellent play by Abate there. Jovetić did well.
Play on by the referee. Not much of an advantage though for Milan. Would have been better to have that free kick down by the corner flag. The referee makes amends by awarding this free kick. A free kick into the middle.
That's what we get from Felipe Melo. Wasn't that much in. Hand across the shoulder. There's another great. There's Zanetti. Inter showing their physical side.
This time no free kick. And this could be a yellow. Abate caught out by the...
It's a derby game, no one's going to get past me, and almost a rugby tackle there.
They're having to cover in the left back row because of Deschillo being caught.
And he certainly won the physical battle. Really, you've got to, in that situation, just let this play continue here.
Jovetić. The ball breaks to Perisic. Now Guarin. Shot.
Romagnoli giving the ball away. He really didn't want to leave. Go back in there, wanting the ball, keeping it moving. And Guarin, just one thought in his mind once he got inside the area, he was never going to cross the ball into the 6-yard area.
Jovetić is on the right. And again Jovetić. Cross deflected by Bonaventura. Perisic.
It's better ball though.
Jovetić quickly into the middle for Icardi. To lay the ball back for
between the clubs down through the years, and Bonaventura was meant to join Inter, wasn't he? And then Milan stepped in, and Ivanovic to save the shot from there.
Experience from Felipe Melo.
Honda.
Jovetić. Looks so sharp this evening, Stevan Jovetić. Guarín back in for the Montenegrin, who falls over his own feet and touches the ball with his hand.
Yeah, just stumbled there. Well, but at times just overrunning it, and you see there stumbling. Even the best of them can't keep
and doing something in that Premier European tournament in years to come. The penalty box for Milan. Bacca still endeavouring outside and tripped up by Felipe Melo. Bacca stays.
But off slightly by, in fact, Bacca was down there, but Felipe Melo, their little kick on Bacca. Bacca back on his feet again. That's good to see. Wasn't calling for the trade, for direct and simple.
It is Jovetić. Plays the ball in quick. Kondogbia. Felipe Melo. Plenty of action.
And there should have been, really. There's Adriano.
The referee blows the whistle in favour.
Get away from the referee. Got in there in front of Jovetić. That should have gone Milan's way. And the other move, he went on the outside. So when Jesus was wary of that.
Jovetić, let's fly. Out of nothing. Always crafted the opening goal.
Turning back inside, then at the other. On the left foot. Well struck and not far wide, was it? Just standing off there, Milan. And Jovetić letting one for it. Two best chances coming from Jovetić for Inter.
15 minutes under his belt this campaign.
Yeah, and he hasn't had much to
teammates.
Absolutely, and of course he was joint top goal scorer in Serie A last season with Luca Toni. If an influence in the centre can get involved, make the challenges. He's got
Santon losing out to De Sciglio. And now Felipe Melo comes across. And De Sciglio line up. Ranocchia on the bench. Vidic out of the squad completely. And this
for anything going forward in the sense of a left back linking up the play. That was a fair enough challenge. Well,
De Jong watching from the bench, no doubt suffering.
Oh, definitely. A player like that, Nigel De Jong, who always wants to play. He'll have taken that. He's a good professional, but inside, seething.
Jovetić, his free kick.
Yes, Icardi getting involved as well, but it came again from a poor touch. Abati this time. And just from Milan are coming. Excuse me, Paul. Just from Milan are coming forward. They're losing possession.
Corner kick in from Jovetić. The referee.
Another corner.
Blows for Icardi very well.
No, yes, definitely getting back on that side. There's no doubt about that. Just his distribution needs to be a lot better.
Offside. Offside against Jovetić from the return pass there from Medel. Ventura. And Jovetić to take on Abate. Abate has been booked, can't risk anything silly here. Still number 10 Jovetić. It's going to fall for Icardi. Saved by Diego Lopez. The flag stayed down.
There should have been going into the break ahead. Look at that. Again, who's the man playing them on side?
And that was a combination of reasons. The front two have really hit it off for Milan, despite the fact they're actually a poor defensive team and have been for a while. Defended in an organised fact. The fact that both fullbacks have tended to drop deeper than the centre-backs.
Now, Juan Jesus. That's a useful looking ball over the top. Jovetić. Inter rushing players forward here in support of Jovetić. It's a good ball for Guarín to Strajcic. Jovetić. So full of energy and endeavour and willing, and he's found Juan Jesus.
The tempo was so quick.
Jovetić. Cheer for Diego Lopez, who's really under pressure, and it's forced a mistake, and it's Jovetić. Are Milan going to be punished here? Jovetić, and still, and it's blocked. It's into the area. He's been found as well. A little bit of frustration creeping in for Stevan Jovetić. They play right to the end, this Inter side under Mancini. He won't need to tonight as well. Guarín. It's still Carlos Bacca. The pass is a good one. The shot by Bonaventura.
Baffling how he could have managed to keep a clean sheet when you're sent.
And now it's Montolivo to strike it. That's exactly the vision I would imagine that Mancini had when he brought Perisic to the club. Jovetić with the corner. Guarín is in there once more. This time it is comfortably off target. Kucka there first. Now it's Felipe Melo. Signed from Galatasaray right at the end of the window.
Defenders and goalkeeper, but far too close to Handanovic that time to be of any use. And the crowd weren't helping, I've got to say, just applying more pressure on the players.
Now look at this at the other end. Guarín shown inside, he was happy to go there! Oh, what a goal! Freddie Guarín with a sumptuous strike to give into the lead on Derby.
All sorts of messes with it, but the moment he managed to get out of trouble, Milan were all over the place. When it lands to Guarín, does very well just to open the goal up. Not an easy finish at all on his wrong foot, just guides it past Diego Lopez. You'd expect that on his right foot, but for him to do it on his left.
In towards Luis Adriano. Felipe Melo with the initial header, chested back by Dazov for Mihajlovic.
Doesn't want to buy dinner, does he?
Absolutely not. Real test of character now for Milan. Perisic by Murillo. Jovetić. Break, by the way, Mario Balotelli, and scored a lovely goal in the very early stages of that match. And laid on the other two goals that Milan scored in that game, and already he's getting involved with Felipe, would be the main candidate to do that.
Yeah, well, the joke's on him from Balotelli. Knew exactly what was happening. He knew that Felipe Melo was going to try a cheap one on him. He went to grab Balotelli, as long as he doesn't get involved afterwards, which he didn't. Not too much anyway.
Melo.
A good referee from Rocky, knew exactly.
Levels. Balotelli. Again, he's tangling with Felipe Melo.
And that time, sure, coming from Felipe Melo, who was taking a little bit of a chance, trying to approach him. If he hadn't got the ball cleanly, he would have been under pressure. Well, the ankle ligaments look like a nasty one. Just getting caught under the...
Into lead 1-0. It's Jovetić who swings it in there, and it's comfortable in the end for Diego.
Perhaps another yellow card.
Inter on the attack. Perisic with a run into the area. Jovetić. So many players in front of him. What a ball that is, and he can't. He's stooping to head, but he couldn't hit the target.
Once went on, and I suppose that's why I'm...
So back in there by Balotelli. The flick on was by Romagnoli.
Quality in the final third. Felipe Melo has been trying to run around and chase him since Balotelli's been on the pitch, and it's obviously taken its toll. Looks as if he's not going to be able to continue.
And we were saying, his manager Mancini, that Melo is in better shape.
This half, it was evident that he just lacked a little bit of craft, and you can't necessarily have it both ways, but they're definitely a strong team. They're going to be certainly been the better team in this Milan derby so far. The 15 minutes.
Being very nervous in the closing stages as we approach the final 10 minutes. Kondogbia, powerful play by him. Managed to keep hold of it too. The crowd enjoyed that. About to change. Kondogbia now on the verge of his first derby win of his second. Acrobatics, and it's wide from Murillo.
After 3 games in Serie A, a whopping 8 in front of Juve rather. Milan, the performance.
The 106th.
Cini.
That's all from Paul Visca.
Me, Richard Whittle.
Thank you, and good evening.